At age 65, nearly 60% of adults already have cataracts. By the age of 75, that number rises to over 90%. Cataracts don't appear overnight. They creep in slowly, clouding your vision until even the simplest tasks, like reading a clock or recognizing a face, feel frustrating or even frightening. For many, the first warning sign is the loss of clarity at night. Headlights glare, streetlights blur, and the world after sunset no longer feels safe. This isn't just an inconvenience. When you struggle to see in the dark, you may start avoiding driving, turning down invitations, or feeling anxious about walking outside. Over time, this quiet decline doesn't just limit your eyesight, it steals away your independence. As a specialist in eye health, with over 30 years of experience, I have seen this pattern in countless patients. They believe night vision loss is just part of getting older, but in truth, much of it is fueled by factors we can influence: inflammation, oxidative stress, and missing nutrients. The hopeful news is that your eyes are not giving up on you. They are waiting for the right kind of support that can come from something as simple as the food you eat before bed. In this session, I'll reveal 4 everyday foods that can help your eyes recover during sleep, working with your body's natural repair cycle. And at the end, I'll share how to combine them into a simple 3-minute nighttime ritual that could transform how you see the world when you wake up. One of these foods is especially powerful, though most people overlook it. Now let's begin. Many people believe that fading night vision is simply a part of getting older. But after more than 3 decades in eye care, I can tell you that's only partly true. Yes, aging changes the structure of the eyes, but the real reasons so many older adults struggle after sunset go far deeper. And the good news is that they can often be slowed or even improved. One of the main culprits is oxidative stress. Your eyes are constantly exposed to light and oxygen. Every blink, every glance at a bright screen, every moment outdoors adds to the workload of the retina and lens. This high demand creates free radicals, unstable molecules that damage cells if they aren't neutralized. Over time, this stress wears down the clear lens of the eye, leading to cloudiness, glare, and the frustrating sensation of foggy vision that becomes most noticeable at night. Another factor is chronic inflammation. As we age, the body's ability to regulate inflammation becomes less efficient. What starts as small amounts of irritation can quietly harm the tiny blood vessels that nourish the eyes. This reduces circulation, limits oxygen and nutrient delivery, and accelerates conditions like cataracts or macular degeneration, both of which make it difficult to see clearly in low light. Then there are nutrient gaps. The eyes rely on key vitamins and minerals, such as vitamin A, zinc, lutein, and antioxidants like vitamin E. These nutrients act as fuel and repair tools, keeping the optic nerve strong, the retina clear, and the cornea healthy. Without enough of them, the nightly repair cycle of the eyes falters. Waste builds up instead of being cleared away. Tiny tears don't mend as quickly, and cells don't recover as they should. Slowly, vision at night becomes weaker and less reliable. I often hear patients tell me, "Doctor, I see fine in the daytime, but at night it feels like someone pulled a sheet over my eyes." What they don't realize is that this isn't simply aging, it's the combined effect of stress, inflammation, and missing nutrients. And that means there's room to intervene. Here's the encouraging part. While we cannot turn back the clock, we can give the eyes the support they need. By protecting against oxidative stress, calming inflammation, and restoring vital nutrients, we help the eyes maintain clarity, even in the dark. One of the most practical ways to do this is not through pills or surgery, but through food, especially the foods you eat before bed, when your eyes are naturally repairing themselves. With that in mind, let me introduce the first of 4 powerful nighttime foods, an everyday staple that can quietly nourish your vision while you sleep. Food number 1, Greek yogurt, reducing inflammation and supporting eye repair. When most people think about protecting their eyesight, yogurt is not the first thing that comes to mind. But plain Greek yogurt, a food you may already have in your refrigerator, can become a surprisingly powerful ally for your vision, especially at night. What makes Greek yogurt so valuable is its ability to calm inflammation and provide steady nourishment during sleep. It is packed with probiotics, the beneficial bacteria that keep your gut balanced. Modern research has revealed something called the gut-retina axis, a direct connection between digestive health and eye health. When the gut microbiome is healthy, inflammation throughout the body decreases, including in the delicate blood vessels that feed the retina. Less inflammation means sharper vision and better protection against age-related decline. Greek yogurt also delivers vitamin A, essential for the cornea and retina, zinc, which helps transport vitamin A to the eyes, and calcium, which supports overall cell repair. Unlike sugary or heavy snacks, Greek yogurt is light, digests easily, and avoids sudden spikes in blood sugar that can disturb rest. This makes it an ideal nighttime food, supporting both deep sleep and the eye's natural overnight repair process. I recall one of my patients, Robert, age 72, who came to me frustrated about his mornings. He described waking up with eyes that felt gritty and vision that seemed clouded, like a film was covering everything he saw. He had tried countless remedies, eye drops, prescription gels, even a humidifier in his bedroom, yet nothing worked. I recommended something simple: half a cup of plain, unsweetened Greek yogurt before bed. 3 weeks later, Robert returned with a smile. "Doctor," he told me, "for the first time in years, I woke up without that fog in my eyes. It didn't solve every issue, but it gave him clearer mornings and renewed confidence to take his early morning walks again." To make the most of this habit, stick with plain, unsweetened Greek yogurt, about half a cup in the evening. If you like, you can add a sprinkle of cinnamon or a few raw sunflower seeds for extra nutrients. Avoid flavored yogurts, which often contain sugar that cancels out the benefits. It's simple, inexpensive, and gentle. Yet for many patients, this small addition has been the missing link their eyes were waiting for. Now, let's turn to another everyday food, one that not only nourishes your eyes but also helps you sleep more deeply: the banana. Food number 2, banana. Regulating eye pressure and supporting restorative sleep. A banana may seem like nothing more than a quick snack, but for your eyes, especially at night, it can be surprisingly powerful. This everyday fruit provides 2 key benefits that directly affect night vision. It helps regulate fluid pressure inside the eye and promotes deep, restorative sleep, the time when your eyes naturally heal. One of the most common issues I see in older patients is a subtle buildup of intraocular pressure. Even if it doesn't develop into glaucoma, this pressure can strain the optic nerve and contribute to blurry, uncomfortable vision. Many describe waking up with swollen or heavy eyes, or noticing that nighttime glare seems worse than before. Bananas are an excellent source of potassium, a mineral that balances fluid levels in the body and within the eye itself. When potassium levels are steady, the eyes are less likely to retain excess fluid, less likely to feel puffy, and better equipped to clear out waste that accumulates during the day. But potassium is only part of the story. Bananas also contain tryptophan, an amino acid that the body converts into serotonin and then into melatonin, the hormone that governs sleep. This means that eating a small portion of banana before bed doesn't just help regulate eye pressure. It also encourages the deep sleep your eyes depend on for repair. During those hours of rest, the retina clears oxidative waste, the optic nerve recovers, and the cornea quietly mends tiny micro-tears. Without good sleep, this healing process is cut short. I recall a patient named Linda, age 69, who often came to me worried about her puffy eyes in the morning and her declining night vision. She confessed to having salty snacks late in the evening, which only worsened fluid retention. I suggested a simple change: swap the chips for half a ripe banana about 30 minutes before bedtime. A few weeks later, Linda returned and told me with relief, "Doctor, I wake up without the swelling, and my eyes don't feel as strained at night." It was a small shift, but it gave her more clarity and confidence. The key is moderation. Half a ripe banana is enough, not too green, not overly soft. This portion delivers potassium, vitamin B6, and tryptophan without pushing sugar intake too high. For added benefit, many of my patients enjoy combining it with Greek yogurt. Together, they create a soothing, nutrient-rich snack that supports both vision and rest. Gentle, inexpensive, and accessible, the banana is proof that sometimes the simplest foods can bring the greatest relief. Next, let's look at a fruit that has been valued for thousands of years, not just for its sweetness, but for its unique compounds that directly protect your eyes. Food number 3, dates, protecting the retina and enhancing night vision. Dates have been cherished for thousands of years as a source of nourishment and vitality. Beyond their natural sweetness, they contain unique compounds that make them especially valuable for eye health, particularly for protecting the retina and improving vision in low light. What sets dates apart is their rich supply of carotenoids, especially lutein and zeaxanthin. These pigments are stored in the macula, the part of the retina responsible for sharp central vision. Think of them as built-in sunglasses. They filter out harmful blue light and protect delicate cells from oxidative stress. As we age, levels of lutein and zeaxanthin naturally decline, leaving the retina more vulnerable. By eating dates regularly, you help replenish this protective shield. Dates are also an excellent source of polyphenols and vitamin A. Polyphenols reduce inflammation, while vitamin A is essential for adjusting to low light, one of the first struggles many older adults face. Together, these nutrients support the retina, cornea, and optic nerve during the nightly repair cycle. Unlike refined sugar, the natural sweetness of dates comes packaged with fiber and antioxidants, slowing absorption and preventing the blood sugar spikes that can harm eye health. I recall one of my patients, Walter, age 75, who had nearly given up driving at night. Headlights felt blinding, and the glare made him anxious behind the wheel. We introduced a small change: 1 or 2 dates in the evening, combined with better hydration and sleep habits. A month later, Walter returned and told me, "Doctor, I drove home last night without that painful glare. I actually felt safe again." Of course, dates alone weren't the cure, but they played an important role in giving his eyes the extra protection they needed. For best results, stick to just 1 or 2 soft dates before bed. That's enough to deliver a meaningful dose of carotenoids and antioxidants without overwhelming your system with sugar. Pair them with a handful of seeds or a spoonful of yogurt, and you have a nourishing, satisfying snack that both pleases the palate and supports your vision. Simple, ancient, and deeply nourishing, dates remind us that the foods of yesterday can still provide the protection we need today. And now, let's turn to something even smaller, but equally powerful: tiny seeds that deliver some of the most important antioxidants for aging eyes. Food number 4, sunflower seeds, nourishing with antioxidants. They may be small, but sunflower seeds pack an incredible punch when it comes to protecting your eyes. Just a small handful before bed can deliver some of the most important antioxidants your vision needs, helping your eyes recover from a long day of stress and strain. Sunflower seeds are one of the richest natural sources of vitamin E, a powerful antioxidant that shields delicate eye tissues from free radical damage. The retina, in particular, is under constant stress. It consumes a tremendous amount of oxygen and is exposed to light all day long. Without protection, this stress can wear down cells, contributing to blurry vision, dryness, cataracts, or even macular degeneration. Vitamin E acts like a bodyguard, neutralizing harmful molecules so your eye cells have the chance to repair themselves overnight. But vitamin E isn't working alone. Sunflower seeds also provide selenium, which enhances the body's antioxidant defenses, and zinc, which plays a critical role in moving vitamin A from the liver to the eyes, an essential step for clear night vision. To make all of these nutrients more effective, sunflower seeds contain healthy fats that improve absorption. In other words, when you eat them, you're sending a nutrient-rich care package directly to your eyes. One of my patients, Martha, age 70, struggled with dry, irritated eyes every morning. She relied heavily on eye drops, sometimes reaching for them multiple times a day. I suggested she add a spoonful of unsalted sunflower seeds to her evening snack. A few weeks later, she smiled and told me, "Doctor, I used to wake up reaching for my eye drops. Now I forget they're even there." It wasn't a dramatic overnight change, but it was steady, quiet healing that restored her comfort. The key is choosing wisely. Opt for raw or dry roasted sunflower seeds, unsalted and without added oils. Just 1 tablespoon is enough to deliver benefits without unnecessary calories or sodium. Many of my patients enjoy sprinkling them over Greek yogurt or pairing them with dates for a sweet, crunchy evening snack. Tiny, affordable, and easy to incorporate, sunflower seeds may seem humble, but they provide some of the most powerful protection your eyes can get. With these 4 foods in place, the question becomes, how do you make them part of a simple, lasting habit? That's where the 3-minute nighttime ritual comes in. Now that you've seen the unique benefits of these 4 foods, Greek yogurt, bananas, dates, and sunflower seeds, the real power comes when you combine them into one simple routine. I call it the 3-minute nighttime ritual, and it's designed to work in harmony with your body's natural repair cycle, while being so easy you'll actually stick with it. Here's how it works. Start with half a cup of plain, unsweetened Greek yogurt in a small bowl. This provides a soothing base filled with probiotics, calcium, and vitamin A. Next, slice half a ripe banana and place it on top. The banana adds potassium to regulate eye pressure and tryptophan to support deeper sleep. Then, if you'd like a touch of natural sweetness, add 1 or 2 soft dates. These deliver lutein, zeaxanthin, and vitamin A to protect the retina and enhance night vision. Finally, finish with a spoonful of raw or dry roasted sunflower seeds, unsalted. Packed with vitamin E, selenium, and zinc, they help defend against oxidative stress and give your eyes the fuel to repair while you rest. That's it, no complicated preparation. No expensive ingredients. Just a bowl of nourishing food ready in 3 minutes or less. You can enjoy it as a light dessert after dinner or about an hour before bed. Either way, it becomes more than a snack. It's a signal to your body that it's time to rest, repair, and prepare for a clearer tomorrow. Now let's bring everything together, and I'll share why this small habit could make such a meaningful difference in your life. For so many people, fading night vision feels like a slow, unavoidable decline. The glare of headlights, the blur of faces on television, the hesitation to step outside after sunset. These are not just inconveniences. They quietly erode confidence, independence, and quality of life. But here's the truth I want you to remember. Your eyes have not given up on you. Even after decades of use, they are still capable of repair and renewal if you give them the right support. The foods we've discussed may seem simple, even ordinary. A spoonful of Greek yogurt, half a banana, 1 or 2 dates, a sprinkle of sunflower seeds. These are not exotic cures or expensive treatments. Yet together, they provide a powerful combination of nutrients that calm inflammation, reduce oxidative stress, regulate eye pressure, and strengthen the delicate tissues that make clear night vision possible. More importantly, they work in sync with the body's own repair cycle during sleep, the time when healing naturally takes place. I have seen patients rediscover comfort, clarity, and confidence by adopting small changes like these. Some no longer dread waking up to foggy mornings. Others regain the courage to drive at night or enjoy quiet evening walks without fear. And almost all of them express the same realization: I didn't know how much I was missing until it started to come back. Of course, no single food will transform your vision overnight. Healing is a gradual process, built on consistency and care. But that's the beauty of this approach. It doesn't demand drastic effort or costly procedures. It asks only for a few mindful choices each evening, choices that nourish not just your eyes, but your whole body. You deserve to wake up and see clearly again. You deserve to read without strain, to recognize a loved one's smile without squinting, to feel safe and confident after dark. And that future begins with something as simple as a bowl, a spoon, and 3 minutes of care before bed. If you found these insights helpful, I encourage you to share them with someone you care about, someone who may also be struggling silently with their vision. Leave a comment about which of these foods you're most excited to try, or share your own habits that support your eyes. And if this is your first time here, consider subscribing so you won't miss the next set of natural strategies for staying strong, sharp, and independent as you age. Your eyes are still working for you, quietly, faithfully. Give them what they need, and they will continue to serve you with clarity and strength for years to come.